She is one of the most prolific pop music writers over the last 20 or 30 years. She's got more #1 records than any other female artist.
Mariah Carey was born in 1970 in Long Island, New York. She moved to Manhattan the day after her high school graduation to pursue a career in music.
She had been a background singer. She had been a club singer. She had been an invisible voice on records.
Here's someone who sort of went out of her way to make sure that she was trained in a variety of vocal styles, who really understood that she had a natural talent and needed to figure out ways to exploit it.
She worked her butt off in the New York music scene to the point that finally, with this one song, this demo tape, she was able to get the attention of a man who would become her great champion, her great mentor, and at some point in their life, even her husband.
Tommy Mottola was head of Sony Music and Columbia Records when he first heard Carey's demo tape and signed her to a record deal in 1988. 2 years later, Carey's debut album, which she co-wrote, scored 4 #1 singles: Vision of Love, Love Takes Time, Someday, and I Don't Wanna Cry.
I think in the first few years, she went with strength, she went with big voice, she went with power and finesse.
Carey's success earned her Grammy Awards for Best New Artist and Best Female Vocalist. Her follow-up album, Emotion, which she produced, gave her a 5th consecutive hit. And in 1993, she married Mottola and released the album Music Box.
Her voice is actually something that has been the subject of some research. It allows her to create certain notes and frequencies that are beyond the capability of any other singer in the world.
Carey and Mottola's personal and professional collaboration lasted 5 years.
Shortly after her divorce from Tommy Mottola, she went a whole different direction.
She released Butterfly, which included the hit single Honey, and debuted a more sexy image.
She went more sexy with her music, less sort of inspirational anthem-y stuff to more club, dancey stuff.
By 2001, she signed with Virgin Records for a reported $100 million. Her movie Glitter was a flop, so was the album, and months later, Virgin dropped her.
She had some failed records and had changed record companies and didn't have the type of infrastructure around her that had nurtured her.
She bounced back in 2005 with the release of The Emancipation of Mimi and won 3 more Grammys. Benny Medina was her manager at that time.
We put together tours that were unprecedented in her box office history. She had been nurtured to believe that she should be a recording artist and a video artist, not a touring artist. How could anyone ever believe that you should take away that experience from her fans?
You have sort of the post-90s Mariah, which is a little bit back to the original Mariah, keeping some of the hip-hop ideas, but really re-emphasizing the voice.
In 2008, she scored another hit with Touch My Body, and that success put her into a special club. She joined the Beatles and Elvis Presley as the 3 top-selling artists of the last half-century.
She had a really hard arc in her career. She went all the way to the top, she went all the way to the bottom, she went all the way to the top again. She is the American dream.